Well, it looks like Bill Gates is hinting at something. I don't know if he's hinting at something or it's just my conspiratorial imagination. But Bill Gates has stated that he does not fear a nuclear war in his lifetime. What he really fears is plagues. Something like Ebola, or something like that, or something new. Actually, there's another one out there that's related to Ebola that some New Jersey man came back with, and they're trying to look to see, and he died, and I don't know what happened with that. It's another freaking thing. Actually, I think a lot of these things are being bioengineered by the government. HIV probably came from the government. There was a lot of studies on it way back, even in the 80s, by Dr. Strecker, who's both a PhD and a medical doctor, who stated it has nothing in common with green monkeys. It had a lot in common with cows and sheep. Looks like they took cows and sheep viri and put them in human tissue and cultured them and put them in vaccines and gave them to people in New York City and in South Africa. So maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to tell you one thing though. I think if there's ever a big conspiracy to eliminate population, one of the most efficient ways of doing it would be through this. A bubonic plague outbreak. This was basically something that happened in the 1300s in Europe. And a lot of people in Europe are pretty much immune to some of these things because they built up an immunity to it, and they actually have a slight change in their some of the cells in the immune system that makes them less susceptible to some of these diseases anyway. And I also heard about Europeans going over to like islands in the Caribbean, and when they visited the islanders in the Caribbean, there was like all the smallpox and all the other stuff that befell upon the islanders in the Caribbean because they were never exposed to it ever, and these were things that Europeans carried with them for all this time, and I don't know, whatever. Shit. But let me put it this way. Bill Gates, I think, is hinting at something because, he's one of the big players, one of the, I don't know what the hell you want to call it, but I don't trust the guy that tells the truth at all. I never did. I never trusted him. I personally never trusted Bill Gates. I don't know why. He talks cute.
Yeah, hi, how are you? I'm just a friendly, geeky guy and freaking giving you Microsoft Windows.
Anyway, he talks about we're going to have, he fears a plague that can kill like tens of millions of people in a day, each day. And, this is one of the policies that these freaking yo-yos on the top want anyway. You hear about this all the time. Professors saying, yeah, if there's an airborne Ebola virus, you get rid of everybody. I think HIV was supposed to be something that was going to knock people down, but it kind of didn't work as well as they wanted it to. Ebola, I don't know, but there's always something that could be coming out on the horizon because, the bioengineers in the back of the labs and in secret black projects are always working on something, right? I mean, allegedly. But, here's the thing. If you really wanted to get rid of, say you're the guy and you're the people who want to control the world, and there's too many people, the better thing to do, the smarter thing to do, because first off, you wouldn't be able to like pin it on anybody. Oh, it just happened. It's from nature. You couldn't say somebody started the war or this happened or that. Say you want to get the population down. You just want to get it down. First off, you couldn't pin it on anybody saying, hey, you did this, you did that. It was just a virus, man. It was just something that came out of nature and morphed, and it just did it. And there were so many people on the earth, that's why it came about. Where was God's punishment? Yeah, and that's another thing. You could pay some high-dollar preachers to tell you, this was punishment from the Lord, and you must repent, and it'll go away. Yeah, right. Tell me another one. Well, you're giving me money. They pay those kind of yo-yos because a lot of those people up there high up in religion are part of the freaking disinformation. But here's the other catch. Here's the biggest catch. The biggest catch is you don't destroy any property or real estate or any infrastructure. If you have a nuclear war, what happens? I mean, even if you had a biological attack or something like that, or a chemical attack, everything would have to be decontaminated. But, if it's just viruses passed from people to people by breathing or something, yeah, man. You just take over all the assets. The people are gone. They all taking a dirt nap. So if you're the guys on the top, you want to control all the assets, and you want people to give up everything, easy. You think there's too many useless eaters out there? Just get rid of them with virus. You don't have to do anything because it's dangerous if you arm them. Hey, man, if you start a war, you're arming people. How do you control these people underneath you? How do you do this? I don't know. See what I mean? Could be, actually, this was one of these Bob Beck things he talked about, the disinformation, the CIA disinformation agent guy, the one that goes around with his Bob Beck protocol, the one that Zapper thing guy. It's a useful device for producing energy and maybe knocking out some microbes, but he claimed that they was going to use it. There's people out there saying they can use it against Ebola. You're dead if you do that. I'm going to tell you this, too. I put out an unpopular video, and you can already do the thumbs down on this right now, and I'm stating it again. Colloidal silver ain't going to work on Ebola. You know why? Because viruses are not really alive. They become entwined in the DNA of, you can sterilize the topical surfaces of whole viruses, but viruses, when you actually get the virus, any virus, it becomes entwined in your DNA. It's not really alive. That's why it doesn't really work that well. The silver doesn't work that well once the virus is established in the body. Big difference. Big difference. Outside the body, in the body. It doesn't work the way people say. And they keep freaking gigging me left and right. And I didn't want to hear it. Yeah, right. Tell me another one, damn it. But anyway, just like most viruses have all these things on it, and like they attach to a cell. Like, for instance, Duisberg, one of those German guys, which 10% of the Germans out there are immune to HIV, for instance. Peter Duisberg, he'll tell you that HIV is harmless, But, it almost seems like a Nazi freaking plan right from the beginning, because actually the only ones who survive or are totally immune to it are the strongest of the Nordic peoples. Because what happens is, in those types, the GP120 protein, it can't attach to your T cells or CD4 cells, and they can't do a damn thing to it can't affect them, period. So it's totally vulnerable, and it totally gets wiped out. The only people that are totally immune to that are 10% of the Nordic and German, Northern Europeans, totally immune to it. It sounds like that's where it was hatched to me. But anyway, want to put out something here that I think this is actually the game plan, the main game plan to eliminate the population. And one of the biggest things you have to fight this is not only, well, I like electronic methods because once you buy, it's my personal choice, but I like electronic methods. I know some people say they're theoretical, but whatever. But the thing is, once you buy the damn thing, say, you say, does it work? Does it not work? But the thing is, once you buy it, you don't have to buy something else. It's kind of like a permanent thing. With supplements, I don't know how long the supply is going to be available. Actually, I'll tell you this right now. Vitamin D is becoming very difficult to get in Germany and Japan in the high doses. Now, you can go out in the sun, but then if you go out in the sun in the wintertime, you're not going to get vitamin D produced in your skin. That's one of the ones that actually can turn on your immune system big time. The medical doctors are finding out big time about vitamin D, that it does a lot more. They'll tell you the upper limit is 2,000 international units. But, if you're sunbathing for an hour, out there in the sun, like in the middle of the day, you're getting good 20,000 units. And you're not overdosing on it, the stuff. I can guarantee you that right there. So I don't know. There's a lot of controversy on what the hell the actual upper limit is. It's my belief that, from my research, that the upper limit should be a hell of a lot higher for optimal health, not just freaking having your bones fall apart or something like that. And actually, it may go a long way for fighting, a lot of freaking crazy things out there. But the problem is, as the United Nations gets to control these things through like Obamacare, or maybe that's be another thing out there, you're going to be screwed. But it looks like the main game plan to eliminate a lot of the species of the human race off the face of the earth is to, and I'm not putting out a drama video here, man. I'm flat out giving you the truth on this shit. You tell me I'm a liar or whatever, or this and that, or whatever you want to do. I am not trying to scare people for views. I'm not playing that game, but I'm just playing common logic here, where hey, I already know how, I already worked with enough freaking devils to know better how to freaking think. And I already know because, I don't like playing the game with them, man. I'll play with the game with your side. The thing is, you want to listen to what I say? Fine, fine. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want. I mean, I'm not telling you what to think. But, what I'm saying is, it's very logical that if you want to eliminate the population, you don't want to arm the population to have a war because they can overthrow the leaders. Also, you don't want to start a war because then it can be pinpointed on who actually started it. Let's get that fuckers, you know what I mean? You want to make it look like nature did it. And number three is if it's all by a plague, it's not destroying any of the infrastructure or harming any of the assets that these guys want to take over. Right? I mean, say it wipes out a whole bunch of suburban neighborhoods or something like that. Hey, the big corporation comes in there. Hey, it's all us. We got to freaking defume everything, and now it's ours. It's contaminated. Give it a few years, and now we're going to rent it out to the survivors. I don't know. Just an example, right? Why would they want factories destroyed? Why would they want bridges destroyed? Why would they want high rises destroyed? Why would they want irrigation destroyed? Why would they want tunnels destroyed in a war? Nah, they don't want that. They'd rather just get rid of the people and have it nice and clean, right? So, Bill Gates is worried about this. Really? Thanks, Bill. Thanks for telling me you're worried. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're worried about it. I'm glad you told me that you're worried about it. Because it does make sense. It does make sense. So anyway, just a heads up on things, there's going to be more designer manufactured bullshit out there, and you can tell me I'm a conspiracy nut if we're thinking it's manufactured or whatever. I can already go. I already went into a lot of details. Well, not I didn't personally, but I already researched a lot of details from people that really understand this medical stuff. It does look like, bird flu or H1N1, HIV, and Ebola were bioengineered. And, let's come up with something else. Now, the thing is, it ain't going on me, man. I can tell you that right now. You want to listen to me? Fine. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Whatever you want to do, fine. I can tell you one thing. No matter what I freaking come across, I'm getting rid of that shit. That's all there is to it. and, I don't even tell people exactly everything I'm doing. That's exactly the way it's going to be, too. Because, it's like the more you get attacked, hey, tell people some shit, whatever, fine. And actually, a lot of the videos I put out on information on different things, they're not really that popular. Most of them aren't. So, I mean, it's not like, spreading the word too much anyway, But, I have to tell you, though, even though I talk very common on purpose, that's one thing I used to want to puke when I'm in the office. I had to talk a different way. Anyway, but yeah, even though I talk very plain and common, I know some shit. I really do. And but when my shrewd antennas start going off, like when Bill Gates talks about what his fears are. Yeah, shit. This guy was the one talking about putting stuff in a vaccine so population would slow down, or vaccinating people with freaking mosquitoes and stuff. Yeah, maybe that's how they'll do it. They'll give mosquitoes like the plague and they'll send them out. Whatever. Who the hell knows what this jackass is going to do? I already figured out this would be the simplest way to do it. Don't have a war. Don't destroy infrastructure. Now, Bill Gates is saying, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen in my lifetime. I think you're right. And why would they want to wreck everything? Why would they want to blow up all the stuff and take, they'd have to have somebody build it again, right? Hey, get rid of all the people. We could take it over. Thanks. That's what they'd be doing, right? So, just beware. I think one of the most powerful things, like as far as nutrients going, is vitamin C and vitamin D in higher doses. But I mean, I'm getting this from medical doctors now. I mean, it's research all the way back, reading the books on it and stuff. And I says, yeah, it looks legit all the way. There's probably a lot of other things out there with electronic methods and other things like that, and some of the more widely used frequencies are very powerful. I suspect, and very much so. I just say I suspect. And yeah, colloidal silver is very good for topical, and also maybe some other things, but it won't actually stop a virus because a virus, once it gets established in the body, it's not exactly alive. It's intertwined inside the cell in your DNA. The freaking colloidal silver ain't gonna really do shit to that, really. Unfortunately, I mean, I would still take it, but you're better off. There's other things that are better, actually. But do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I mean, as soon as I'm not out here to freaking say what people want to hear. And I noticed, if I tell people the truth, I get attacked a lot. And I'm thinking, well, hey, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. Hey, well, like I said, usually I go by very, very, very closely by what medical doctors say. And usually is the word I have to say as an adjective because the medical doctors are not into this electronic stuff that's outside the field of established medicine, except in the TENS device. That's about it. That's about it. It's, I have to go by what Royal Rife did and, how they divide it down to frequencies and all that type of stuff. Um, typically with electronics, though, um, the smaller the microbe, I mean, real general sense, the smaller the microbe, the higher the frequency that is used against it. Real general sense. Like viral issues are usually in the thousands, 24, 80, cancer is 2007.5. Fungal issues might be like 20, 465, 4, that kind of stuff. And so, I mean, that gives you a good hint as to what the Beg Zapper is good for. It's 4, 3.94. It's not viral issues, okay? It's not Ebola. It's not H1N1. It's not HIV. None of those. Period. Zero. Nada. Wrong frequency. Despite the patent quote and all other bullshit. So anyway, warning to the warning to the warning to the warning. And I think Bill Gates is telling us a big major hint as to what to expect in the future someday. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here and scare people, but when he's all going, oh yeah, that's what I really fear. Yeah. Tell me another one, Bill. Anyway, I'm not buying Windows 10. I can tell you that right now. I got the hack for Windows XP that allows me to get updates on the software till I think 2019. So, too bad, Bill. Too bad. Too bad. I don't want to buy any of your shit no more. It's too bad. So anyway, like I said, they want to get rid of the people, keep the infrastructure, don't arm the people with a war. And they can also declare emergencies, national emergencies, this, that, take over this, take over that, take away your rights because there's a big freaking medical emergency, blah, blah, blah. Give more impetus for a national healthcare system because it's a national crisis. I already know how these assholes think, man. It ain't gonna happen with me, man. It ain't gonna happen with me. But I know there's gonna be loads of giddy minds out there. Boo, Dabu 7, whatever the hell that asshole is.
Yeah, well, yes, I saw this here and
I'm already disgusted with all these guys. I've mentioned him, but there's Alex Jones, blah. I ain't here to scare people. I'm just here to warn you. Keep a cool head, chill. And I'm at least as devious as any of them, so I know exactly how to think, okay? Just leave you with that. I am at least as devious and shrewd as any of those bastards. And I know exactly how these yo-yos think.